Hello again, Hogballers. Welcome to the second edition of Weekly Update. Welcome back. Good to see you're all still in the league. Just a quick recap. As you should have already known, to trust America's sweetheart, I predicted all but one win last week. You know, sometimes the mighty have to fall. That was me. Say hi, Dre.
Hi.
There's
Who
Dre.
am I talking to?
The league.
Oh.
There's Dre. He actually still exists.
Yes.
So, going into this week, like I said, predicted all but one, so you know you got to take it for granted. Going into this week, we still got Corey, Deandre, and the mighty DRE still undefeated somehow, even though he barely fucking pays attention. But, you know, that's life. So anyways, going into this week, first Thursday matchup here, we got another electric matchup between the mighty Cleveland Turds and the fucking Jets. I don't know, you know, the homemade Mexican prop planes, whatever. So, you know, everyone would love to see Mayfield and Darnold in this, but Hugh Jackson, while he's not a terrible coach, he's just kind of a fucking turd. Doesn't play people for, I don't know, selfish-ass reasons. But, alright, let's get rolling. As you can see, if you're wondering, doing my best Fitzmagic impression. Because, first game we got up is your boy, America's sweetheart, versus America's utensil, Matt Forkin. Now, for me, I have pretty much the entire Jets defense, which is great because they're on the field 100% of the time, and they just rack up tackles. You know, you still got Darren Lee, Avery Williamson just sitting there getting ran at every single fucking down. So they're racking up tackles. You know, defense wins championships, and that's how I base my team. So on the offensive side, though, we got Breida just rolling over everybody. I mean, it was the fucking awful Lions, but still, Breida getting to that next level. Getting up there where he's going to be a next tier boy for sure. You know, Connor's still going, Le'Veon's still holding out, so he's, you know, projected to get 28 points. I think he's going to get at least like 45 or so. On the other side, with Forkin, America's utensil, we got Darnold and Tyrod. It doesn't really matter. They both kind of are so-so. Powell's still rolling, you know. Powell's still great. Defense still awful, actually. But he does still have Anunwa and Powell. Both are still doing well. DJ, maybe bouncing back. But who knows? Anyways, you know, the prediction is obvious. America's sweetheart's going to win this one. Anyways, second game, we got Yurko versus Angelo. Yurko looking real tough around the edges there. I mean, Robbie, absent. Bell, shady. Sorry, bud. It's just, that's looking rough. On the flip side, your first is looking really great right about now, so thanks for that, Yurko. And since we're being all classy as fuck, I'm having to drink whiskey at 9 in the morning, so cheers. On the other side, with Angelo, man, this game is just a stinker. This is easily the turd of the week. Angelo, Rojo's still trash. Carry-on's good, but stuck on a shit-ass team. You know, but on the Angelo's side, he's got roughly 35,000 picks next season, so he doesn't give a shit. He's doing well next year. I'll take Yurko in this little fucking stinker of a game by just a little bit. So, Yurko, you gotta win at least, bud. Alright, next up on the plate, we got Danroy versus America's health insurance champion, Mike Holtzhauser. Just eating up the system with those knees, probably still to this day. On Danroy's side, Watson finally rolling, which is great. Landry could use a little help. Still getting the targets, but both of them I have in redraft leagues, so cheers to you, bud. Need them to keep stepping up. Also, that line of Kamara, Green, and D-Hop, now that Watson's going, is fucking super. On America's Health Insurance Champion side, Michael, starting the Red Rocket, but he's doing good, I guess, so fucking go for it. I mean, otherwise you got Goff against the Chargers, and so fuck it, take Andy. Other than that, Crow sucks, and Yoku sucks, and a lot of people just underperforming and injuries. Ooh, looking rough, Mike. On the other hand, Tyler Boyd is a fucking professional receiver. Did you see that shit where he knocked down that pass? Bitch. He's getting there. I like him, but it's not going to be enough. Dan Roy's taking this by a landslide. Next up, we got Tyler Hall and America's double penetration, Dan Pyler. We got Ty Hall's side. We got Brady going against Detroit. Oh, that's going to be fucking laughable. They might even just pull him at halftime because he's already racked up 400 yards and 17 fucking touchdowns, but whatever. Good for Ty. Other than that, though, Gordon's going to get stuffed this week. Got the Rams. That's going to be fucking ugly. Honestly, Eckler on your boy's team could potentially outscore him because he's going to get the dump-off passes. Gordon's going to get stuffed. Other than that, AP fucking sucks. I don't know. I mean, I guess there's a lot of space, but starting AP and Crowder, or not Crowder, excuse me, Thompson. Thompson's going to do fucking great. AP's going to get stuffed. And on the other side, we have Lockett and Aguilar are now both #1 receivers. And both actually doing fairly well. They're going to get some points this week. But on the other side with DP, you got Patrick, my boy. Oh, Jesus, he's fucking good. He's fucking good in a half. He's gonna tear it up again. Got Gio was in Giovanni Bernard. Is also a default #1. Fuck Todd Gurley. God Edwin's gonna have Goodwin and Evans gonna have great years again. And again, just this will be the start of a few ones like Detroit. Fucking blows. Next game up, we have Corey versus America's shit heap cornfield turd, which is John Ida. Right off the bat, Corey easily by a landslide, but I'll review it at least a little bit. Once again, AB, Cooks, Diggs, gonna hoard catches and shit all day if AB plays. Now, there's some shit going on in the team. AB, could he be the next Bell? Who knows? That'd be great if he came to Detroit. I'd love that. But other than that, we got Sexy Rex. Gonna have a field day. Gonna come back, had it down a couple weeks against Detroit. Gonna run all over our fucking pussy-ass defense. But speaking of which, Corey's defense, a couple guys I gave him, where the fuck are they? Starting to look like a decent deal for Kiki in a second. For Campbell's non-existent ass and Wagner kind of floating in there. On the America's shit heap side, Phillip Rivers, real G this year. However, tough matchup. Might this proves his muster here. Really proves his muster. Cook gonna have a field day against Buffalo easily, but could just sit him honestly at halftime, save those knees. So Latavius Murray could get some touches and a touchdown or two vultured this year. Or this game. Fournette still probably going to sit. If he does play, he'll probably fucking, I don't know, stub his toe, get a little fucking hangnail or something. He's not going to play the whole game. He won't play the whole game the rest of the season. It's unfortunate, but fuck him. I don't care. Hunt, still going nowhere. CMC, still alright, but after that, either your team is fucking trash. Like I said, Corey, landslide, no questions asked. So, on to the game of the week, which I think is just going to be high scoring and closest, is clay, the soft, shitty-like material that you mold the earth with, versus Dre, the mighty, barely paying attention yet still undefeated, DRE. Going into it, Cousins, like I said, against Buffalo, gonna have a field day. Jai, fucking, I don't know, out, maybe. If you got Clement, play him for sure. Coleman is the default number one, doing great. He's gonna get a lot of points. You got a couple of underrated people in Cole and Fuller, who I both took in a couple of my other leagues. Both going to go off, have mismatches at the number 2 position. And, as mentioned, if AB is out, can Juju be a number 1? Can he? I don't think so. I think Juju thrives as having AB as his, overshadowing shit. So, I think he could do all right, but I don't think he's a true number 1. So we'll see. On Dre's side, Bortles, easy matchup, but fuck, man. He'll probably do his Bortles thing. He'll throw 400 yards and have like 17 fucking picks. DJ's gonna get stuffed again. Hard matchup. Deandre, though, another hard matchup, but he's a dump-off king. Tennessee's going to dump it off to Deandre all day. And then you got the 4 most underrated receivers in the game, in my opinion, right now, between Cobb, Brown, Hill, and Sanders. Both of them have great number 2 matchups this week. I think even though Dre's down on the running back front, those 4 are going to have superb games. Superb. And he's got Gronk versus Detroit, which again, linebacker might be one of our only promising areas because they're young, but there's nobody even on Detroit that's the same size as Gronk. How the fuck are we supposed to cover that? So he's going to have a field day probably, or like I said with Brady, they might just fucking sit him because they don't need him, honestly. So, with all that given, and drum roll please, this is where you're supposed to do the pitter-patter thing. Dre wins, stays undefeated. He wins the game of the week, and somehow might sneak into like 3rd or 2nd place if he's not in 3rd already. I don't know. I don't have it in front of me, but that's the matchups this week, folks. Hope you have a great week. Cheers, and fuck all of you.